Hi, my name is Lauren Luca. Thank you for coming today. We're going to be talking about the mental health benefits of yoga. To start off, I'm going to have us practice a couple breathing techniques. So if you could sit nice and tall in your chair, hold your hands in front of you, close your eyes, and you're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And each time you breathe out, you're going to think of fogging up a mirror in the back of your throat. Breathe in and out. And breathe in and out. And breathe in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. You can open your eyes. So that's one of the breathing techniques that yoga focuses on. We're going to go further into the breathing techniques later in the presentation. So why yoga? Yoga's positive benefits on mental health have made it an important practice tool of psychotherapy. It has been shown to enhance social well-being through a sense of belonging to others and improve symptoms of depression, attention deficiency and hyperactivity, sleep disorders, and schizophrenia when it's done alongside drug therapy. Yoga achieves a sense of deep relaxation. But what is this deep relaxation that we're talking about? It's a change in calm and relaxation that takes place on a neurological level. This is achieved through the breathing techniques along with the poses. This type of change in the neurobiological level cannot be found when you're like with your friends laughing. That can improve your mood slightly, but it's not the same. It takes a certain amount of brain and body stimulation to relax your body on a cellular level. So the breathing, along with the poses, helps you to achieve that level. So how exactly do yoga poses relax the body and mind? The deep breathing plus the pose equals the calm and relaxation. Practicing yoga changes the firing patterns of the nerves and chemical makeup of the body's fluids and blood gases that activate the relaxation response. With concentration on specific body poses and then holding the pose as you breathe deeply, the body shifts from a state of arousal and tension to calm and relaxation. This relaxation of the body and deep breathing lowers the brain response to threat. The body then starts to turn off arousing nerve chemicals such as adrenaline and stops dumping fatty acids and sugar into the bloodstream. Sodium slowly starts to leave the body cells. All of this slows down the rate of nerve firing and relaxes the brain, heart, and muscles. This biochemical relaxation oxygenates the blood, raises blood acidity and alkalinity balance, and reduces heart rate, blood pressure, and motor activity. Yoga postures work all systems of the body. This includes strengthening and elongating muscles, toning up glands, internal organs, and spinal nerves. It increases blood flow and helps the digestive system to better extract nutrients and allows the lymphatic system to eliminate toxins in the body. Some of the effects that it has on the brain have been shown to increase body awareness, relieve stress, reduce muscle tension and strain, inflammation, sharpen attention and concentration, and calm and center the nervous system. The practice of yoga incorporates elements of physical movement, encouraging self-acceptance and love, and provides opportunity for relaxation. Yoga helps modulate stress response systems by reducing perceived stress and anxiety, which can then reduce heart rate, lower blood pressure, and ease respiration. Some of the mental health disorders that yoga has had an effect on are depression, anxiety, sleep deprivation, attention deficiency, hyperactivity, and stress. When it comes to treating depression, doctors most likely will administer a drug that happens to raise the levels of serotonin in the body. This is what most antidepressants do. But aerobic exercise like yoga raises the levels of serotonin naturally and other neurotransmitters that are linked to depression. There's a neurotransmitter, gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, that can counterbalance the neurotransmitter glutamine, which in anxiety and depression is overactive. So practicing yoga can elevate the GABA levels naturally and then help reduce anxiety within patients. A practice session with Drs. Brown and Garberg studied meditation techniques using Sardashan Kirat clinical breathing, Ujjayi breathing, Yoga Nidra, open focus guided meditation, and coherent breathing. By using these techniques, balance can be found in anxiety patients. This can reduce reliance on prescription drugs. This deep relaxation has been found to cause an immediate positive change in energy metabolism and immune function. When I was researching this, I decided to focus mostly on depression. And the studies that I found, in 2005, a study was done with 24 women. They followed these women and they had emotional distress. They had to take 2-minute 90 classes for 3 months. After 3 months, the women who took the yoga class had improvements in stress, depression, anxiety, energy fatigue, and well-being. After the test, their improvement had been 50%. Another study was done with a group of men who were alcohol dependent and were depressed and were given the option of taking Sky Yoga, which is a type of breathing practice, or they could take the standard alcohol treatment. The men who took the yoga class had a 75% drop in depression compared to a 60% drop with the men who took the class of the standard treatment for alcohol. With Life Force Yoga, individuals who participated in the program were found to have a positive change within 2 weeks. And after 2 months, the positive changes were maintained and there was a significant decrease in mental health. Here are some poses that yoga focuses on. The first pose is the tree pose. The second pose we have is downward facing dog, which is part of a sun salutation. And here we have a round of sun salutations. So these are some of the poses that we'll be practicing in a second, and you'll notice that holding the poses and following the deep breathing technique that we followed earlier, you've become to be a little more relaxed. Practicing yoga then on a normal basis can relax you even further, and you can see some mental benefits within yourself. So if you can stand, and we'll practice some of these poses right now. So the first pose we're going to do is the tree pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to stand on your right leg, and you're going to pull your left foot up. I know it's difficult with some of us wearing dress pants. You're going to pull your left foot up and try and place it as high as you can on your thigh. You're going to hold your hands in front of you just as you did earlier. And remember the breathing we did earlier, in through your nose and out through your nose. A couple more breaths. And good. You can come down. The second pose we're going to do is downward facing dog. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down to the floor and walk your hands out so you're in a pyramid. You want to reach your heels all the way into the floor if you can. I know it's difficult. And you want your back to be as straight as possible. And hold this pose here and breathe. A few more breaths. And walk your hands back into your feet. Good. The last one that we'll do is a sun salutation. So we're going to start off with our hands clasped in front of us. And you're going to reach up, breathe in. And exhale, bring your hands back in. And one more time, reach up, breathe in. When you exhale, bring your arms down to your sides and reach to the floor. You're going to come up with a flat back and look up and back down. Walk or jump your feet back into downward dog. Whoop. Hold the pose here. Walk or jump your feet back in. Once again, look halfway up to a flat back and down. And inhale, bring your arms up to the sides, all the way up to the top. And clasp your hands and draw them back to your chest. Good, so that was a basic sun salutation. All right, do you have any questions for me?
Are there any other types of yoga that have been found to, or meditation that have been found to be beneficial for mental health?
Any other types of meditation?
Yeah. That you came across in your research?
I found that the sky technique was the one that had the most results, but like I said earlier, a couple slides back, all these different breathing techniques, they're still doing research on the different techniques to see which ones have the most impact, but so far sky has had the most impact.
Is Sky a place, like that they created something, or I've never heard of that.
It's just like it's the first one here, the Sudarshan Kriya breathing technique.
Okay.
It's just
a breathing.
It's just a way of breathing, yes.
Oh.
And meditation that they have.
So you pair that with the poses
Yes.
of yoga.
So they pair a lot of the breathing with the poses, and then that they find the most effects there.
I understand what alternate nostril breathing is, but like, do you literally like close one? I mean, like, how do you?
I am not 100% sure what that would be, because I was thinking that too. So, like, how do you breathe through one nostril?
Like, do you just focus your breathing more? Like, like focus it more on one side versus the other, or do you literally like?
I would
close it off?
assume that that's what that means, because I think it would be a little difficult to be in class. I'll have to look into that for you.
Let us know. Anything else? Okay.
All right, thank you.